SAMSHO content, but I want another fighting game. Show us some Michael Hydra. Look at this young man.
But I mean, come on, SAMSHO, we got so many options, and a lot of them are really good, and 7's not going anywhere. So I'm happy with what we got at the moment.
Just focusing the camera on the young man.
I'm just excited that it seems like we're finally going to be able to get fighting game spin-offs that aren't fighting games again, which I think is a criminally underrepresented sect of the genre.
I get why you say that, and I don't disagree.
You guys want more SAMSHO? Hey, we got this.
We do have this, and I still play this, and I still enjoy this, but I want more of it.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you want more of it, you just got to play it more, yeah?
I am playing more of it.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm pushing this game over in Western Washington when I can. It's getting a little traction.
Yeah, as it should.
Yeah.
It's a good game. This is kind of the go-to secondary game. I think a lot of people have called it before.
Yeah. I think it's good for that.
Yeah, low maintenance. I think is a good word for
exactly.
it. Exactly. Yeah.
Amir and I were talking about it earlier. It's not one of those games that you need to maintain a lot of. You don't need to put a lot of effort into getting into the game.
Yeah, you can push really hard and find a really high ceiling and find so many intricate and interesting mind games. But initially finding your footing and getting into the game to start with is a pretty low barrier of entry.
Absolutely. And it should be for a game like this, right? There should be a good, secondary game. Not to say that it's less or anything, just it is a different game.
Yeah.
And it's a game that, again, doesn't require you to know drive rush combos. It doesn't need you to do whatever Tekken's doing right now.
Heat burst stuff and all that.
It doesn't require you to manage burst. I mean, you do get manage burst in this game.
But,
it's different.
What you see is what you get.
What you see is what you get. That's a great way of putting it.
And what I'm seeing is...
I guess we're not going to the field stage.
And that's all good. We're Hall of Minerva, hanging out in France, doing our thing with a big mural. But
I guess we could go to the third best or coolest stage in the game.
Looking like we've got Iroha and I think Shizumaru or something.
Iroha, Shizumaru, that sounds right.
Yeah.
I love a good Iroha.
Yeah, this is an interesting matchup, if only because both these characters have just so many aerial options. Iroha loves being up in the air and has some just very consistent, solid projectile ability. So
I love that Doom uses the Buzz Lightyear skin. It's a side note. I love that skin.
The Buzz Lightyear skin?
The Buzz Lightyear skin.
This clipped with me. That's there's a Buzz Lightyear skin, isn't it?
And Cameron does know how to play against this character, funny enough. It is one of the characters I've been playing around with more.
Good aerial.
Didn't know how to block that one, though. That's okay.
A lot of hits, In this game, it's as we were talking about earlier with the low maintenance thing, a lot of this comes down to just how much a single hit can do. Very committal, but a lot of damage. Popping rage already. Oh, okay. Unconventional, but...
He doesn't need it.
I'm here for it.
He doesn't need it. Come on, you know better. Yeah. You know better than block that.
Got to sit and block all those because SAMSHO does not have that kind of guard protection. You got to be able to sit and guard every hit. Now trying to get into this zoning environment.
Yeah, we're seeing...
Oh, went for the tap. Charging that.
Yeah, we're seeing some unconventional gameplay, I think, from these characters.
Good DP punish.
Okay.
QuickBick sitting on not a lot of health.
That's okay. The only one that matters, the most important one is the last one.
That is true.
As long as you can keep Dr. Doom out. Ooh.
Try to jump for the punish, but got hit instead.
Doing a really good job of making Dr. Doom have to force the interaction.
It's like that.
Because you can be in more control of how you choose to defend.
Crouching mid slash.
Crouching mid slash.
Crouching mid slash Shizumaru, Shizumaru, if there's a major weakness this character has, I would say it's...
No dash.
Inconsistent range. Inconsistent range, at least grounded. Very solid options in the air, but Shizumaru, big sword on the back, but doesn't use that for a whole lot of moves outside of specials. Nice jump in, but no continued punish there. Trying to get these pokes here. Both players respecting a lot of the poke. Just outside each other's ranges.
Yeah, we even see a committed little heavy slash there. Nothing big right now.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do with that? Big damage. I love to see it.
I'm still sitting on rage. Oh, big rage hit. Big chunky hit there. Pops it.
Oh, that's risky.
Yep, goes for the punish. Guaranteed kill there.
That's why you don't do that.
Nah, this late in the game, when you got Rage Burst on board, Isan on board, you got to be able to just sit and wait and be patient.
That's going to put Dr. Doom on the board here with the first game.
Is it Dr. Doom or Goggchamp now?
They changed their tag so
back and forth?
I think it's Goggchamp right now, actually.
On the Gundam life, yeah.
Get home, drink an old fashioned, and build a Gundam kit.
Yeah, that sounds like a good time.
No, they seem to enjoy it. Oh, that and League of Legends. I hope they fix whatever that is soon.
Hey, well, you know what? It can't all be perfect.
Ooh, I like that punish.
Getting into rage. QuickBick now sitting on that rage here.
God, show me what you can do with that umbrella.
Looking for a confirm, I would think. Going for some good pokes. Nice diving slash there.
Committed.
Funky slash there too. Iroha's heavy slash I do not believe is deflectable. Oh, there's the tap he's been looking for.
I know he's been holding that the entire game.
Yeah, well, finally found the opportunity to use it. And has a bit of rage coming into the next round. Punish? No punish yet.
No weapon flip either, but QuickBick might be able to do it if they know the input.
Well, there's your double hit there from a close slash. Wants to get right back in it. Really just trying to respect this range.
Yeah, they're both playing very respectful.
Yeah, it's been a lot of just, not a lot of aerial play. Been a lot of just back and forth on the ground.
I need to see someone press a disrespectful button.
Yeah.
Just something ignorant.
Nice little anti-air there. Oh, went for the tap. Nothing there, though. Going for the Tetsuzanko. Trying to get the knockdowns there. Goggchamp committing to rage.
What are you doing with that?
Oh, really?
No
punish, though. But sitting on guard break. One more heavy will break the guard here. One more diving slash.
Long enough.
Dead hits. I do not know how I feel about that decision from Goggchamp to use the rage burst right there.
He definitely thought
he
he was more confident on that than I think.
Yeah, I think it's a matter of really just wanting to finish the game too fast.
Gotta get patient.
Oh, all right, gets a little bit of a punish there.
Good damage. Good damage. Don't know how long we've been holding that button, but
that umbrella lingers for a long time.
Yeah, it does.
But kind of a very grounded Shizumaru, not really playing a whole lot around his air options.
No, I think Gogg's been one to try to not play in the air too much.
Yeah, well, I think air is not a bad place to be in this game. Oh,
it's not a bad place to be, but
whiff throw, but
clearly
no
they want to. Oh my gosh!
Big hits. Double cut the bow in half. QuickBick on the board with one.
Absolutely, you'll love to see it from both ends. You think we're gonna get a character switch? Oh my gosh!
I suppose so. What else you got in the pocket? Katsuki?
I'm forgetting his name. Yep, there it is.
Yoshimaru.
Yep. Cam's original character. That character, I would say he feels more confident with, almost to a fault.
Zoom in on the face, yeah.
Can I help, chat?
As we were saying earlier, I pointed out kind of the weakness of Shizumaru having a bit more of a struggle on the ground with shorter buttons. Yoshimaru does not struggle with that. Yoshimaru has that big old polearm weapon and has just way more range than a lot of the characters in this game with grounded zones. So, Yoshimaru can make a lot of use there, and also just becomes a brutally good character when he's got rage. Yoshimaru in rage is, I think, one of the most threatening characters in the game.
Really?
Yeah, well, Yoshimaru just gets so many options.
He relies so heavily on it, doesn't he?
He does, but he gets so many options. All of his specials get way better. He gets more special confirms. He's so mobile in rage.
Let's see what he does with his range.
He's good.
Big pokes.
Yeah, and as I was mentioning earlier, I would say Yoshimaru is, I would say arguably top 5. I think he's a very good character in this game.
I don't know that I entirely agree, but he is a really good character.
Nice little crouching heavy there. Not a knockdown, but does get good damage in a really big low. Nice pokes there.
Okay.
Wants to use that double jump. Ooh, tries to get in, but the whiff on that. Taking hits he doesn't really need to. Oh, good punish, but just a mid, no heavy. There's the heavy. Now, on the last bit of damage here, can he chip out? Oh,
absolutely.
No. Just go for a light hit. Light slash, up close, getting it done.
Why no need to complicate it?
Yeah, just throw out your safe button and see if they press something and just get the punish.
The player's a little scared to interact.
Yeah, sizing each other up here. I think QuickBick is understanding that Goggchamp's character's just got so much more range now. Something you got to play around much more carefully. Although actually,
oh no, this might be a controller issue.
Technical, yeah.
All right, I think we need a TO on the scene.
What is the ruling here? Is this a free round?
TO, please. TO, please. Okay, they're not paying attention. 1 second.
Is this a free round? I guess we'll find out momentarily. We're back in the game so far, waiting on the TO to get up there, give a ruling on the situation. Samurai Showdown, you know. Reminder, folks, you gotta check your buttons. Make sure your buttons are good to go. And currently logging back in, still on the pause menu. Can't tell if it was a disconnect or if it was just an issue with what buttons were where. Looks like we're gonna take a sec and see what the issue is up at the console. Could be an adapter issue? Hoping that everything is going all right up there with the adapter. Things are, you know. Looks like it is indeed a controller issue. Yeah. Well, folks, technical difficulties. Given that a wait before we get back onto the fields of fate, before we get back into Samurai Showdown. But in the meantime, we are kicking here in Pullman, Washington. You know, we're getting matches going. Samurai Showdown is up and running. We got Street Fighter later today. We got the Melee scene starting up right behind me back there. Getting the smash going here. Melee. I know those players are happy to have a bracket out here, happy to be crossing over and enjoying themselves some Melee. You know, that game will never die. Much like this one.
Hello, Tim.
Hello. We are currently just waiting on some technical difficulties involving controller, but in the meantime, you know, we're just we're kicking it. Just a moment. And make sure Cardigan was in correct possession there, but in.
All right. Wait, where were we? What was happening?
We are currently waiting on some controller issues. It looks like we just had a hard system reset up there, so we're kind of just killing some time, waiting on some information.
And what was the score before? What happened?
It's 1-1 currently. QuickBick is playing Iroha. Goggchamp was playing Shizumaru, but made the switch to Yoshimaru.
Yeah, that's his original main.
Yeah, Yoshimaru, as we were saying earlier, just really gets to play around that range game. Iroha's got a lot of great projectiles, but as far as actually approaching herself, if she's going for the dive or if she's going for kind of her shorter range pokes, Yoshimaru can really make punishment of that with his big Naginata and just keep you at distance, keep you away, and really makes great use of rage. So.
Remind me, wasn't Yoshimaru's like his main bit? Is that his rage was really good?
Yes, Yoshimaru gets significantly better in rage in a game where everyone is better in rage, and most characters have at least one special, or I think every character has at least one special that gets better. I think Yoshimaru, all of his specials get better.
Oh, okay. So literally, it's just a full upgrade, like for everything.
Yeah, I mean he's also got a double jump. He's got a pseudo air dash in this game, about as close to an air dash as you can get. That gets better in rage. He's got grounded, advancing kind of lariat style slashes that get better in rage. He's got a okay weapon flipping technique, but it just sends a pretty big, wide projectile. Sends out. You got to block a lot of those, eat a lot of chip damage unless you're getting a just defend or unless you can get the jump on him. So yeah, Yoshimaru in rage is just a very solid character, and he's got average rage length about 12-14 seconds. So 12 seconds, I believe.
Okay, so it seems like Yoshimaru is a character that he doesn't want to use weapon flip, and he doesn't want to use rage burst unless he literally will lose the game. Yeah,
Yoshimaru is absolutely one of those characters where you want to hold on to rage as long as you can. You don't want to spend that burst if you can avoid it. You want to hold on to it until the end of the game, until you can, until you absolutely need to use it. So he's definitely a character where in a game that is quite resource intensive with its value in terms of, you want to maintain your resources and hold on to their value, Yoshimaru is especially one of those characters who wants to do that. But it looks like we're back in. It seems that the issue has been solved. And we are currently waiting on the players to head back into the match. It'll still be 1-1.
Okay, nice.
And, I believe they're trying to maneuver back to the
stage.
Yeah, Mikitagahara, no?
No.
All right, yeah.
Same.
Temple gets cool.
Same.
Hey, Temple gets cool. I think just about all the stages in this game are cool.
All right, I do think the stage looks cool, but the blood looks brown in the stage.
The blood does, yeah, a little bit. Just kind of the hue of the back with the purple look. Yeah,
Get back in here.
Such a cool looking stage, though. Got the crows flying in the background. I think this is technically Yoshimaru's home stage.
Oh, no, sorry.
Yeah, I think it is.
No, I'm like, what's going on?
Oh, yeah, we're
Oh, you guys didn't
confirming
do
buttons. Ah,
Oh, okay.
and all right, sounds like we're letting it rock. And,
Oh, so it's actually 2-1 for Goggchamp. Okay.
okay, so we are counting the DC as a round. Okay.
I mean, I would, but let's be honest here.
Yeah, understandable. You know, we're trying to be professionals here. Unfortunate technical issues, but you know, it is what it is.
It doesn't make it do, but it looks like they are making do.
Yep.
Playing this game.
They're making do. They're getting in there.
All right.
So right off the bat, we're playing in that close range, right where QuickBick wants to be.
Oh,
goes for the air punch, but that's I mean, you're in the air for a long time. Yoshimaru cannot act out of that once he's committed.
Okay. Ooh, nice.
Double hitting low.
So active.
A little bit of damage there.
Both players a bit scared, looks like.
A little slow on the punish, but Goggchamp now in rage.
But Goggchamp is not in, you're right, he's in rage, so he should be stronger. Should be going
Quite
in.
in range there.
Nice.
In the corner. Oh. Hard approach. There we go. Gets the side switch.
You just need one more hit.
Yep. Oh, goes for it again. Exits rage just as that heads out.
That was the mix. Ooh, open it. Oh, stagger.
Yeah, good luck.
Nice punish.
Use that crouching low. Cannot be deflected. Lows generally cannot be deflected in this game. In fact, I don't think they can be deflected at all.
Oh, really?
Yeah, lows can't be deflected. Only mids and highs.
Okay, that's good to know.
So.
Ooh, no. She was more active.
Nice poke. Do a little bit of damage there. Going for it again.
Oh, nice.
Commits that 2H. Gets the jump in.
But now Goggchamp is in rage, though, so you can take advantage of this.
Nice jumping buttons. Overhead.
Ooh, rage burst?
Wants to commit to the rage burst. Wants this match. Wants it bad.
Say what you will. Yeah, you're right.
But, you know, Goggchamp did this earlier with Shizumaru. It's a gutsy call, but pays off.
Is he going to pay off?
Yeah,
That's the set, too.
Absolutely dead. Yep, that is the set.
That's a nice cleanup.
Goggchamp taking it away. Unfortunate on the technical delays with controller issues, but hey, you know, Goggchamp making the most of it gets the win.
You just got to run out, you know, you just play it out.
Yeah, play it out. You know, stuff happens. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is.
It is what it is. But in the end, Goggchamp still gets that win, no matter what's happening.
Well played. Well played by Goggchamp.
Nice. Like, where does Shizumaru sit in the community tier list? Like,
pretty high.
Nice. Okay.
I mean, so I think sentiment kind of changes based on the three major regions, which would be generally seen as Japan, America, and Europe. I know there are European players who think that Yoshimaru is very good. Personally, I think Yoshimaru is very good in general. I think most everyone can agree that he is at least a good character. It really is a matter of how good they think he is. I think Yoshimaru makes a decent argument for top 5. I think the usage of rage, if you can utilize it well, you can play around smart ranges, and you can use his air techniques. I mean, air moves in this game are already so good, right? They can't be deflected. They are not super high committal. A game where a lot of characters don't have really good anti-air options.
Not really punishable for the most part.
Yeah, it's difficult to punish. And Yoshimaru's jump arc is not bad. It's not super floaty like a character like Amakusa, right? It's